Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veal, the business guru, once again from downtown Manila with 15 Minutes of Fame, where we go around the world interviewing interesting guests. And today I've got a very interesting guest for you guys. And if you want your 15 Minutes of Fame, see it in the links below our YouTube channel. You'll see all the links there. Reach out, get your 15 Minutes of Fame. Think about it, guys. TV commercial, $30,000. 10 spots on the radio, $3,000 or $4,000. You can get 15 minutes of fame with the business guru, where I put you across in front of thousands of people across the world in different platforms. You can get that totally free. Remember, it's all about you. And anyone watching this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll be able to get access to dozens and dozens of the people that we're interviewing during the month of May. And if you want to be on here, reach out to us. Anyway, today's guest is a very interesting man. He's all the way from is that the white cloud, Mark? The big white cloud?
Yeah, the long white cloud.
Long white cloud, that's what they call it. Yeah, Mark's from New Zealand. Great guy. He's a founder and owner, and he's very charity-minded. He's a social impact investing company and venture capital company. The company name is, as per his thing there, is the Strangers Group. He's been doing this for 3 years, and the Strangers Group is set up to support strangers community as a not-for-profit, pay-it-forward organization. That's what Mark always tries to achieve. The establishment of the strangers community and what it does to help other charities is to become self-reliant, right? Mark's personal motto or philosophy, helping a hand up, is our philosophy to be helping others to get ahead and creating companies, programs, projects that do just that. The motto of the strangers community is strangers helping strangers, and that's what we're creating. And he's doing that very, very well. Interesting something about himself. He's an Amazon, I didn't know this myself, he's an Amazon best-selling co-author of a business consulting and coaching book. And all of his socials, guys, are going to be underneath our YouTube and spread across all the other different platforms, just like they will be for you. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mark Enstar. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks, Jeff.
Mark, let's start with a few questions for you and get you started. Can you tell us about your journey and what inspired you to start this whole thing?
Well, for many years, from a young man growing up, I'd always wanted to make the world a better place, and always decided how I was going to do this. And so that's what I'm doing. And so about 4 or 5 years ago, I decided it's time to do this. And so we created the Strangers Community. And I've decided on helping as many other charities as possible to become self-reliant as well, help as many entrepreneurs to start their businesses, to help support them, because too many fail. And so we're creating companies that will help them to do this, supporting them with being able to sell their products and services, just offering them support, knowledge and connections, and using our educational academy as well for training and coaching programs. Yeah, so we're trying to cover a lot, Jeff.
Fantastic. Mark, what's been the most challenging aspect of all that in your work, and how have you managed to overcome it?
Well, I've never wanted to be on social media myself earlier, and I actually started up just before COVID and the New Zealand government locking us all up and putting us in lockdown sort of thing. So we had to go online, and I had a steep learning curve being online, and I couldn't work with any New Zealand companies and all that at the time. And so it was a big training going offshore, and it was a big, wide, wild world out there at the time with operating then too, with a lot of underhandedness happening and that online. So.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Can you tell us an important moment in your career that changed the direction that you were going? What important event made you sort of change direction?
Well, I was probably developing for myself for a good 15 years or more and doing really well.
Wow.
I had I sort of was getting a bit sick of my tenants. I was developing a lot of properties and then renting them out, managing them, all that myself as well. And but I just had enough of people. And at the same time, my younger brother got ill with cancer. And so I spent time with him before he passed. And made me just think again. And so I walked away from that life
Yep.
and went away, sold a few properties, went away and lived in resorts for a few years and got my head together
Yep.
and suffered a bit of depression for a while over it all. And then it was some years later, and I decided it was time to honor the fallen in the family, so to speak, and things like that. And
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. In your opinion, Mark, what are the key qualities and skills that you believe have contributed to your success?
I think I've got a good mind. I can see opportunities, and it's probably my heart, and that as well. You know, I want to help people.
Yep.
I always think everything's a win-win situation. No one
Yes.
has to lose.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
think,
idea. Yep.
yeah, I think long term, and that too. You know, on your friend, I've got your back, and
Yep.
on there till the end. So yeah, it's about loyalty and honesty. And I just want to see more of it out there in the world. And I just want to give people an opportunity as well, that some people just need an opportunity.
Yeah, good. I think your other skill, Mark, deep down there, is I know you now. You never give up. You know, you're always at the coal face, having a go, right? I mean,
Yeah.
guys, you won't get ahead unless you work. Forget this. You know, 4 hour work week, Mark and I can tell you, we can tell you that doesn't exist, right? There's no such thing as a 4 hour work week, guys. There's systems, but there's no such thing as a 4 hour work week. Mark, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in the field that you're in?
I find it's really easy because this is what I'm doing. I do while I'm awake. It's what I breathe. It's my legacy that I want to leave behind. It's my passion and my vision, and that's why I got into it as well. And so it's not work to me. It's what I'm creating, and it's my gift to society with what I'm doing with the Strangers community and our Strangers group of companies. So it's I find it a challenge, and it's actually growing me as a person as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Can you discuss a recent project or an achievement that you're particularly proud of, please, Mark?
Well, yeah, I'm probably the Strangers community is having Google back us now. We have the maximum amount of money that Google are giving us for marketing. The other thing that surprised me, and I just thought I'd do it off the cuff last year, was become a best-selling, become an author. And
Fantastic.
so within 4 months, I was not only from the idea of that I didn't have before to be an author, I was a Amazon bestseller.
Well,
So,
amazing. So what you mean, Mark, like some people don't, you got off your ass and made it happen, right?
yeah, it was like a personal challenge when I was doing the masterclass on self-growth and that, and it was like, go out there and face a fear and challenge yourself. So boom, that was it. And it just happened that the idea was, oh, let's just go and do this and be a co-author.
You're
And
amazing.
I had to go and find the money and all that too to do it. It was part of the challenge, and you know, it's just another way to challenge myself.
You're an amazing man, Mark. You're a quite achiever. What advice would you give someone, young aspiring self, or someone up and coming who wants to follow in your footsteps? What advice would you give them?
Hang around the right people, have stay positive, follow those that have actually done it, learn from those that have actually done it, and action every day, action, and that towards your goal.
Action gets traction, guys. And as Mark said, I saw something interesting the other day, Mark, and I loved it. I've been around 50 years. I've never seen it before. And it was this. Listen to this one, guys. If you go where there's cheap drinks, there'll be cheap people. Go where there's expensive drinks, and there'll be quality people. So next time you go for a drink, guys, have a look where you're going to. And pretty right. If you want the rough and tumble and all the street fights, go to the cheap drinks. If you want nice people, go to nice places. It might cost you twice as much. And one of my favorite sayings, guys, is it only costs twice as much to go first class. So Think about that one for a minute, guys. Mark, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future, buddy?
Well, my goal has always been to leave the legacy. So the Strangers community, my goal this year is to make it self-reliant, self-funding and all that. So things will run on without me. I have a very long-term vision of what I'm doing, and it's so that we can do this not only for ourselves, but we can do this for other people and other organizations. So that's
very, very good, Mark. Tell me, Mark, how can listeners reach out and support the Strangers Group? And I'd like you people to reach out to Mark and have a chat to him about what he's doing and how you can get involved and how you can help. And as Mark said, he can make this a win-win. So think about win-win, guys. So Mark, how can people contact you, please?
Well, contact me through, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm very easy to find on LinkedIn or even Facebook, but thestrangerscommunity.com and info@strangerscommunity.com. You can reach me through there. I've turned Strangers Community Administration team into your generational administration team and business partner. And so we have very good offers happening, and being a Strangers Community member gets you in the back door with what the Strangers group of companies is doing at a cheaper rate than everyone else is paying, as well as you're guaranteed to be in. So we've got some very good clubs through the charity, like an investment club. We can do wealth management for you long term. Also, we have a health club because we very much care about your wellness. There's no point in having money if you don't have your wealth or your health first. So we have programs where we'll help you to have the best of superfoods in the world and health products and all that coming to your door, prepaid and all that, and for generations to come. So this is some programs and projects that I've set up and rolling out.
Okay, so guys, check out what Mark does, and the good news is I'll be putting all of Mark's socials all over the place. You'll find them everywhere. You'll find them on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, but more importantly, you'll find everything just under his YouTube channel, which will be up in the next 24 hours. And guys, I want to thank you for coming today, Mark. And also, guys, reach out to the Business Guru. If you want 15 minutes of fame, if you've got a product you want to tell the world about, come on, let's do 15 minutes of fame that costs you absolutely nothing, and you can become a celebrity just like Mark and I. So guys, I'll wrap this up right now. Thanks for coming today, Mark. You've been a wonderful guest as always.
Thank you, Jeff. I love what you're doing too, mate. Good luck.